Hey, welcome to this segment of Coach's Corner, brought to you by Bubba's 33 at Longview, Roof Masters of Hallsville. I'm James Burt, Guy Walker, and we have Coach Duncan here today. How you doing?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Doing great. You're here as the cross-country coach, correct?
Well,
Tell me what you do here.
Wrong season now.
I do coach cross country, but we do that in the fall, and so now we're getting ready for track, and I'm the girls track coach.
It's almost like we didn't talk about that before we went in this interview.
I think we did. That's fine.
It's okay. So tell us a little bit about what's going on. You know, we got the first meet's coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah, we started practicing after school. We got everybody going. We still have some girls in basketball and soccer that'll come out and help, but we got practice after school. We're running with distance kids in the morning. First meet coming up February 15th in Texarkana. And then we go to Pine Stinking Tree after that. So.
Wow.
Have I told you how I feel about Pine Stinking Tree?
I know how you feel, yeah.
Coach Duncan, I love it when he said Pine Stinking Tree. That makes me feel pretty good right there. So how many girls we have in the track program on the varsity level? I'm not going to ask varsity and the JV because that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we'll end up with 20 or so on the district roster, probably for varsity, 20 to 25. 50 to me is always a good number. I don't have our total right now.
Right.
Because we'll come out of basketball and still. But yeah, if we can have 50 in the program, that's a good number to shoot.
So do you get them practicing at the same time as the basketball, and do you have to wait till they're done with basketball and soccer also? Soccer goes on a little bit longer, correct?
Yeah. For basketball, I mean, they typically wait till that's done because they're doing stuff after school.
Right.
So as soon as that's over, we'll get them coming out. After school is really where we work events, and so a lot of those girls will help us in those. Soccer, sometimes we can get kids to meets if they don't have games or whatever. Really, I have one distance runner right now that'll help us, and she's in soccer. So I'll get her going some of the mornings, even before they're done.
So is it hard to practice them, when they're doing other sports, or do you already know they're ready to go before they get there? I mean, we're talking about 17, 18-year-old kids. We're not talking about.
Yeah. I mean, what they do as far as training in another sport usually overlaps some for track, and especially soccer when they're running a lot. I'm not too worried about that. But
Yeah, I was going to mention that with the soccer, up and down the field as much as they run.
Yeah.
That has to be great conditioning.
Yeah, I don't worry about that too much. And the thing I do worry about is doing too much with them. And so I don't push them to practice while they're in another sport just so they're not wearing their bodies out,
It seems soccer may be a little more physical than what track would be.
Especially with that, yeah.
I can see that.
So do you do field events also, or do you just only on running?
Well, we have 10 coaches for boys and girls. Everybody's got an event that they do.
Right,
I do
right.
distance runners.
Right.
Is my focus. So.
Right. So I know we always ask this thing. We talked about before this. You ran with the kids this morning. How many miles did we run first thing this morning? Is this our track player or just cross countries?
This was track. I mean, it's the same kids. I've got my distance runners that's who ran this morning.
Right.
It was a light day, and we did. It was only 2.6, and I know we usually are running 4 at least on easy runs, but.
So y'all slacked. Y'all was slacking today, is what I understand.
The weather was
we did
nice.
a little, but we knew we were running again during the period today, and so the boys have done that. The girls are doing it now. So I did run with them this morning. I'll be sore tomorrow.
Right.
Usually run a little faster than I want when I'm with them. So
we talked about that also. Why don't we run a little bit faster, Coach, to keep up with them? Just show them you still got it.
Yeah, it hurts my pride a little bit, so I might sit one out though next time. But today I was good.
So who's our track stars to look for this year?
Girls on the distance side, I've got Callie Hatfield has been healthy. She was a little hurt at the beginning of the year last year. She's running good. Addison Hatchett will come out of soccer and help. She was our state qualifier in cross country, so she'll help us in the distance events. And Lamai Henderson, is back, and she'll, she might win state in something this year.
She's not running anything cross country. It's straight and fast.
Straight and fast. She does turn left for 2 events, but she'll do the 200 and the 400. But
as fast as she is, turning left is not easy to do. She bends the track as she's coming
somehow
around.
She stays on.
Wow. How many total events are there for a track meet?
You've got 6 field events, and then, it's 2 mile, 4x100. You got the 800. You've got the 100 hurdles. Then you've got the 4x200, 400, 300 hurdles, 200 mile relay. So how many's that?
That's
Well,
I didn't take
around
my shoes
15,
off.
16.
Yeah.
15,
I mean, that's a
16,
full day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're long.
mean,
It's a long day. Yeah.
Just getting the students there, the athletes there, and the drain on y'all, do the preparation to get there.
Yeah, it's track's a long day. A lot of sitting around for the kids. They've got to learn how to stay out of the sun, and
Right.
find a place to hang out, stay cool or warm, whatever the temperature is, and out of the sun.
And the
So that's a
coaches
big
have to
deal.
do the same thing because you're working all day long for sure.
Well, we're in it, especially I try to walk around and watch as much as I
Right.
can of the meet.
So what is our outlook? What is our prediction for the season? How many are we going to send to the regional and then on to the state? You feel like?
Yeah. Realistically, right now, Lamai would be our one that I could say should go to state
Right.
this year. We're always solid in the 4x4, and we're going to take a look at that and see if that's something with her help that we could get there. If not, she's going to have to focus on her individual events because that's where she can really be successful. But that's always the one relay that we take a look at, really. But we're always, in the last several years, we've been runners-up in district. Be nice to win a district championship. So that's always the goal. And then, if you can qualify 10 or so to the regional meet, that'd be a really good successful
So
year.
do you get to choose who goes in the 4x, or what lane,
What,
what
the
position
legs
to go
or-
legs?
For the relays?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have
I got a
some-
follow-up question to that. The reason I'm asking.
Okay. I'll have some say in that, of course, but Amanda Farrell's our relays coach this year.
Who do you want your fastest leg? Because I heard this the other night and it blowed my mind. Who do you want your fastest leg?
Typically I like them the last leg. But we've had situations where if we're having trouble staying in a race,
Right.
and then that by the time you get to that last leg, if your team is out of the race, then you do no good. And so I've moved that person to second before and try to put a lot of pressure on other teams, and then you just they end up kind of catching our third and fourth legs,
Right.
but not most of the time they can hang on, and so that's helped in some races.
Coach Mitchell the other day, me and him had that argument. I've always thought that the anchor leg was the fastest one, and
Yeah.
he said the third leg is his one to go to. He
Yeah.
said that's the fastest because you can't catch him. You're too far behind.
And Avery, she was the one that we moved to second leg before.
Yeah.
She was also an 800 runner, so she was used to the break-in
Right.
and did good with that, and so that helped. But kind of the same thing in the 4x1, the second leg, I guess the third also. You can stretch those out a little bit longer
Right,
with your
right.
faster runners. So.
That's
Coach,
interesting.
appreciate you coming down here and talking with us today.
Always. Thank you for your patience, Coach.
You bet.
Oh,
No
it's been a
problem.
long waiting for us to get around to you today.
It's all right. All good.
Good luck on the 15th, and good luck on the season, and hope to see someone in the state, and hope to see multiple people in the state.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
So I'm excited about track because I get to help y'all the most. So I'm usually there a lot.
I need to give
so
you our dates because we're hosting some meets.
I'm ready. Just let me know.
All right.
Bobcats, Lake Cat fans, thank you for tuning in today. Y'all have a great one.